Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Between the Temples, and this is a new comedy from writer-director Nathan Silver that focuses on the story of cantor Ben Gottlieb, who works at his local synagogue in upstate New York. And Ben is played by Jason Schwartzman, who is navigating his life a year after the death of his wife, who was a famous author, and he's struggling to sing, which was his big passion and the key to his job as a cantor at his synagogue. Him trying to find value in life again. He's a bit suicidal. He has some moments where you worry about him. He's struggling to find real human connection and love again in the aftermath of the death of his wife, which you also get the sense that maybe they had a tough marriage. There's layers to their relationship that also leaves him in a complicated place when it comes to building human connections. And this story is about him reconnecting with his music teacher, which I don't think it is a coincidence that she is the woman that influenced this love of music in such an impactful way earlier in Ben's life, played by Carol Kane, who wants to get her Bat Mitzvah later in life. And they go on a journey with him teaching her, preparing her, and her trying to help him open up and re-find his voice. And this dynamic evolves over the course of the film in new and interesting ways, all leading up to what I'll have to say is one of the most uncomfortable movie dinners of all time, and how their relationship evolves throughout this film. But this film isn't just about their dynamics, as Ben has a lot of layers and complexities in his life at the moment. He has his two mothers. His biological mother, played by Caroline Aaron, who's very much a Jewish mother, trying to take care of him and trying to be supportive, but his mom's wife, played by Dolly DeLeon, she is a much more very to the book, to the rules converted Jew. And her dynamic of really trying to push Ben to move on and find new love in his life complicates things for Ben, especially as his relationship with Carla, his former teacher, is evolving. You have the rabbi at his church, Rabbi Bruce, played by Robert Smigel, who is fantastic. He is absolutely hilarious in this film, and just the way that he deals with things and how quickly he can think on his feet when it's like, I don't think so. It's just like, she's thinking about donating. Oh, you know what? And how quickly things shift when it comes to, him maybe cheating a little bit at golf or making his synagogue some more money. And his dynamic with Ben as he's trying to get Ben to date his daughter, played by Madeline Weinstein, who has been through a lot as well. There's a lot of roadblocks and awkwardness in the journey of Ben and Carla building this connection to each other. There's a crazy, wild moment of maybe drinking the wrong type of tea, or Ben being caught in an awkward situation with Carla's son and his family, or maybe mostly just her son, who is not very appreciative of this late in life Bat Mitzvah journey. And this film tells it's a bit of a muddled and scattered type story, but it's still so authentic and impactful and poignant and passionate that it really sells. And you see the dynamics of these characters growing. This film taking you into some awkward places, some sexual places, especially sexual places in places where you probably shouldn't be making them sexual places. This film is having fun. And Silver really understands the tone that he's trying to reach here. There's darker moments. There's deeper emotional moments. This film is really about love and finding oneself again and professing that love and trying to build those connections, building up from a foundation that looked like it was destroyed. And there is so much love and passion that goes into this film. There's a lot of laughs. This is a legitimately hilarious movie from start to finish. It takes you on such a fun, wild journey that is rich in themes and ideas, but also Silver really adds in some dynamic filmmaking. You have the cinematography from Sean Price Williams that has this more vintage, old school film look to it. And also the camera work is so intimate and so close as it pulls in and captures really specific, small, physical acting choices by these actors in portraying their characters. The way that the camera works, how sometimes it's sped up for effect, and all these little choices are so dynamic, and Silver really shows a great eye for direction in building a dynamic visual experience along with the deeply emotional, layered experience full of themes and ideas. This film is able to capture so much passion and love and complexity out of this story while delivering laughs along the way. Incredible performances. Carol Kane is a revelation here. She is so committed to this character of Carla, and there's so many layers to her approach to engaging with Ben. And then Ben is a very complicated character, and Jason Schwartzman is giving one of his best performances in this film, right off the heels of something like, being able to be in a film like Asteroid City and making such an impact in a film like that in a very different kind of role, but also still grieving, still losing a wife. The grief and the guilt and the self-loathing for some reason feels very natural on Jason Schwartzman and the persona that he has created for himself, but it really works here. And there's so much empathy that he injects into the character of Ben that we feel for him and this journey, and we want to see things work out for him. And it all leads up to a very cathartic experience at the end of this film that just feels so meaningful and captures the journey and encapsulates the journey that Ben and Carla go on in this film. But those are my thoughts on Between the Temples. Let me know what you think, and let's talk movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.